David, tell me about your project here. What can you tell me generally about this lovely looking plane here you're building?
Well, the plane I'm building is a single-seater aircraft which I'll be able to fly in general aviation. It'll be used mainly for purpose of seeing if I can help other people with it. That's the but it can fly anywhere in Australia or overseas. It's quite a good little unit. Yeah.
Yep. And so you've been working on this, what, about 3.5 years?
That's 3.5 years now I've been on it, and I'm hoping that within 6 months I'll be able to finish it.
And yeah, 6 months. So tell me about the scramble to get it finished. What are your main priorities?
There's not going to be any scramble. You have to solve each problem as you come to it. And I'm doing the canopy at the moment, and it's had some problems, but I'm finishing them off now. The other thing about it, of course, is the wings all have to, all the cloth has to be sewn on, we call it, but it's really knotting on it. That has to be done. That's quite a long job. The knotting, it goes down and back up again. You tie a knot and you go on to the next one. You go down through and back up again, tie a knot. Okay, and they're quite wide ones. Over here, they have to be done every inch. Every inch has to be knot all the way right through. By doing that, you get when you're going quickly in the air, instead of the cloth lifting off the wings, it's tied down, locked down, so it can't move. Instrument panel which I've made, which has all the different instruments in it. The flying instruments on that, so we call them blind flying instruments. On this side of the panel, you've got the instruments from the engine, tells you the oil temperatures and how much fuel you have, how long you've been in the air, what your battery is doing. And then down here you've got all your switches for your different main switches here. And of course most of you will know this is a GPS. That's that's been in.
And you've built this from scratch, David. You haven't just gone out and bought it.
Yeah, bought just bare materials and put it together. We're just about to wire up the back. The back of it, we have all these wires connected up, and all the wires for different instruments we all connected up to the engine. The engine's main source of what we need, and all the lights on the aircraft. They switch on the lights on your wing and on your landing section of the aircraft, and also when you start off, when you're going to start your engine, you start a circular light at the back, and it's turning. When anyone sees that, they know that aircraft is getting ready to be active, and you just call out clear prop, and you switch on your engine, off she goes. That's the little red light behind so that you can switch on before you start the aircraft engine up. And otherwise, I think it's pretty much all the front, all this work here. The nose wheel, things like that, that's our own invention. That was done by a chap down here, helped me work together with a go-kart down here at Camden. We worked on it, designed it, because they had it connected to the engine mount, and if you landed on your nose, immediately you pushed your engine up in the air. I didn't like that, so we designed one that goes on the firewall, so that, and have it cushioned so that you're comfortable. And of course the steering columns here, I've got that at the moment because we're working on the instruments, but when you get out, you can work on things in behind you, back, okay, and in the back here I can keep my maps, things like that. And also someone suggested the other day, put a bottle of water in there, David, and have a tube around it. All you have to do is just suck it. You can have a drink. Things like that. Everyone's getting ready to.
So, David, you're talking about doing some fairly long journeys on this in this plane when you go out west to, deliver some medicines, like you're thinking about doing, hoping to do. What do you think it'll be quite comfortable flying this long distances? Do you think you'll be, won't be too uncomfortable?
I'll ask you a question. When you have a car, what do you do when you go for a long trip? You go for so long and then you have a break, don't you? And I think, for instance, I'd probably land at Dubbo or Narrowline, one of those places like that, and have a break and then fly on if I was going out to Broken Hill, for instance. You know the idea? So I think just plain common sense tells you to have a break in between. For going north, going up to towards Queensland, you just go to Evans Head or one of those other, or SRE, have a break and then go on afterwards. That's if it's going to be a long trip. I'm not quite sure how fast this aircraft's going to go. I've been told it could do anything up to about 130 to 100 knots. If 130 knots, I'll get there pretty quickly, so I probably won't need so many breaks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.